If you could pick one superhero from Marvel to be fucked by, not fuck, be fucked by, which one and why?
Oh man. I need to think.
Hard? Oh, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard question to think about. Was that too much? Was that too much for?
I need to think.
Too much for a Monday night?
Maybe.
I have an answer.
What's your answer?
I say Ant-Man. Because, like, how big can it get? Can he, like, grow big, right? He can grow big now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that could be a lot of fun. I'm just saying. I don't know. That's an idea.
I mean,
that's
it's all proportional. So, like, if he's, like, 5'6", and does he just, like, build himself up an inch?
Yes, like, how... Is it, like... So it's
is
like,
that all it takes?
However...
Then it'd be, like, an inch more in girth and
yeah, so
length.
however big his dick is originally, it grows in the same proportion as the rest of him.
Yeah. Well, I certainly hope so, because there's when he's like 60 feet tall, he better not have the normal sized penis, because that's
true. So imagine I was thinking that him in the airport scene, crashing around, just having this tiny little regular human dick.
Because I feel like he would grow up to that size and immediately be like, what?
Yeah, no.
Like he would feel the difference.
Yeah, and also because his balls would be that small and he'd be that big, would his voice be just really tiny?
Hey.
Oh no. Okay, whatever. 3, 2, 1. Hello.
Hello.
Messy. MessyPod with Mac and Mike. MessyPod with Mac and Mike. MessyPod with Mac and Mike. MessyPod all the time.
Hello. Welcome back to MessyPod episode whatever. I don't give a fuck, but I am here with some really somber news, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come. I have decided to fire Mike. Yep, that's right. If you're listening, Mike, you're fired. Fuck you. You're gone. I'm done with you. I'm joking. Mike is currently at he's back. He is back at Grandma's house. No, Grandma's house. What was it? Rehab. Grandma's house. Something's basement. He's back in. He's back
prison,
there.
Right?
Prison. Rehab. Prison. Grandma's basement.
Yeah,
that's what it was. He is back in there.
Yeah, he's at a correctional facility.
He is fixing his life. Hopefully for the better. Prayers to him. We might do a Skype podcast in the future. Hopefully that's our goal. But right now he is doing his thing, and I'm letting him do his thing. But yeah,
Rehab has Skype now.
Yes, his rehab has Skype now. They've upgraded. So cheers to Mike.
And it's also the only form of communication that his grandma has.
The only form is Skype. The only form she chose. That's the only one she trusts.
She has no phone, no landline.
You know, she doesn't trust any of those other
it's only Skype
hippy-dippy devices.
On an iPad 2.
But today I am here with my boyfriend.
Hello.
He is down here as a guest, so we're going to do another boyfriend podcast. Yeah. So that's what we did was last year, right?
No, I think it was earlier this
year. I don't know.
You were at my place.
Yeah.
When was that?
I do not know. You cannot ask me that. I cannot give you an answer.
I can't give you an answer either. Podcast listeners, in the comments below, tell us.
in the invisible comments
in
below.
The visible comments.
While you're driving.
In the live chat.
Just screaming out towards the phone.
Yes.
And we'll hear it. Tweet at us. Tweet at me. Tweet at MessyPod.
At MessyPod, the exact date.
So today we're going to, if you guys haven't caught on by the title of the show, we're doing a Marvel podcast. We're talking about Marvel because we saw Eternals like a couple days ago and we wanted to talk about it. But instead of just talking about Eternals, we're going to talk about all the Marvel films together. This is going to be a nerdy podcast, okay?
You know, in lieu of Spider-Man coming out and Hawkeye just now coming out.
Hawkeye, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I can't do this.
Save that for the tier list.
I can't do this shit with Mike because
save that for the
Mike
tier
hasn't.
list.
My voice cracked so bad. I can't do this shit with Mike because Mike hasn't seen that many Marvel films, and also he's not into this stuff. He'll just call me a nerd and laugh in my face. Mike's a bully, guys. You don't know this.
It's okay. I'm the nerd here,
space
so
now.
you
I can
can
finally,
be the bully.
I can finally tell you guys in this safe space, Mike is a bully. Because he
now that he's in rehab and not
because he likes to tell people that I hit him for no reason. Okay. I don't hit anybody. What are you talking about?
He definitely.
I don't hit anybody.
He never hits anybody.
Jesus. But first, let me do my segment. Florida. What the fuck? What the fuck? Florida. What the fuck? What the fuck? This week, I found this happened November 15th, 2021. Have you never watched my podcast?
I haven't seen the What the Fuck Florida parts.
So you never watched my podcast. Okay.
I will.
Whatever. Okay.
I have popped
you were
in.
You were looking real. You were looking like I was doing something weird.
I knew immediately like this.
Like I was doing something strange real quick. I'm like, has he not seen? Has he not been watching?
I pop in. You usually premiere when I'm in class, okay?
It's okay. We don't premiere anymore. See, you haven't been paying attention. We're fighting. This is a fight.
This is a nerd and fighting podcast episode.
We are fighting. No, okay. November 15, 2021. Python hitches sailboat ride from Florida Keys to mainland. In Marco Island, Florida, a python looking for a joyride snuck aboard a sailboat. A sailboat. It snuck aboard a sailboat.
Where'd the python go?
It snuck aboard a sailboat.
Abort.
Snuck aboard a sailboat in Florida Keys and ended up staying until the boat finished its nearly 100-mile voyage.
100 miles?
So this man had a python in his sailboat, unknown, for 100 miles.
Good Lord. That's the terrifying thing about snakes.
The crew found the 7-foot snake in the boat's shower after docking Friday in Marco Island on Southwest Florida's Gulf Coast after the trip from India Key, a distance about 95 miles around the southern tip of the peninsula. Jesus Christ.
They could be anywhere and you wouldn't even know.
I know there could be a snake in here right now. You know,
like exactly. Like
where's y'all sneaky?
That's 100 miles, and that's on a sailboat.
That's sailboat, and they didn't know.
That's a small docked. That's a compact space.
Yes,
and it was in the shower.
Just chilling, being like, "Ooh, it's wavy up here." Jesus Christ, that's insane. But yeah, that's motherfucking Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's talk about Marvel.
You said okay.
Got through that. Whatever.
Get that over with.
In the first 10 minutes. I went through.
And that's the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
My podcast moves differently when it's just me and it's not Mike talking for like 20 minutes about something. Mike's the one that brings the plans. I just sit there and react, like my channel, you know.
I mean, let's be real. This podcast is for Mike to talk to you.
Yes, literally.
and to say
this is literally the pot. This is literally just that's literally why we started it, because every time I go visit him, all he does is like bitch to me about stuff and talk to me about
exactly
shit.
What this podcast is.
So I was like, let's start a podcast. So literally, the podcast is just Mike bitching to me, and I'm just reacting.
Mike rants to Mac.
Mike rants to me. This is like we keep on trying to tell people. This is like literally how we used to be before the podcast.
Yeah.
The reason why we started the podcast is because this is how we always talk to each other.
It's just you sitting there.
It's not an added front for the camera. No, that's just how we would just talk like that. This Michael yell at me about something, and I'd be like, "Bitch, bitch, what? Oh no, bitch, what?
Oh my gosh,
I'm hungry."
So Marvel movies.
Marvel movie. Give me a second. We're gonna do a tier list. We're deciding we're going to tier list the Marvel films. I found a website.
And you haven't seen all the films
I haven't seen all of them. But I have opinions on them already because I'm human and I deserve to have opinions about anything. It is my human right. And if you don't like that, you can leave. God bless us.
You can leave.
Everyone, America. So, we have a tier list. I'll post the results of our tier list. Probably I'll tweet about it and post it on our Instagram too. But we're gonna tier the fucking films, and we're gonna talk about them. And you're gonna tell me your opinion. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. And
does it have some of the shows?
Yeah, it has some of the shows. It has WandaVision, What If, Hawkeye. You know, the important ones.
Okay. Yeah.
We don't care about Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fuck you. But we're gonna rate them from S is superior.
They really said, let's just forget about the Netflix series.
Oh yeah, Jessica Jones. I forgot about that shit.
Daredevil.
Yeah,
Punisher.
fuck yeah. I mean, those don't count. Those don't count anymore.
The unfortunate mistake they made of doing Iron Fist.
Oh God, Jesus. Okay, so S is superior. Then it's A, B, C, and D.
Well, the first one
is Spider-Man, the new one that's coming out. I mean, it hasn't come out yet.
That doesn't. Yeah, we can't say anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna say if the other two Spider-Mans make an appearance, that'd be great. But if they do not make an appearance, the movie is automatically a D to me.
Truly.
The movie is automatically a D. I'm like, how dare they let us just think that for years to be like, haha, no.
Well, especially
fuck Sony.
Especially how they showed the Doc Ock from the first Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
Like, okay, come on. If I don't see Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, at least for a couple seconds.
Yes, if I'm not busting a nut in that theater at least twice, it was an F. Eternals. Let's talk about it, bitch. Let's talk about it.
Talk about Eternals.
Let's talk about it. Girl, let's talk about it. Girl, let's talk about it, girl. Girl, let's talk about it. So we saw Eternals 2 days ago now when we're filming this. We're filming this on Monday. Whatever, fuck it. I don't know. You can be listening to this 5 years from now. When we saw Eternals recently. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say the critics got it wrong.
Yeah.
The critics got it wrong for this one.
Truly.
I feel like there's so much expectations for Marvel now that they're like, when they create something that gives, I mean, it gives very kind of like Iron Man 1 vibes. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's a really good way to put it. It definitely does.
It's very old school, like Marvel 10 years ago when they were just starting out vibes. And I feel like a lot of people forgot because, now that Endgame happened, everyone now thinks all the Marvel films are going to be at that level, but they're not.
Everyone's wanting these big...
If you want an example, watch Thor 2. That one was a disaster.
Yeah, it was such a disaster.
That's what people say. Like, Eternals wasn't even that bad. There were much worse Marvel films than Eternals, and Eternals was decent. It's a nice.
It's a good classic introductory superhero film.
Yes, it's a nice introduction to an alternative version of the MCU,
right?
About the Celestials and all that shit.
Because all these past Marvel movies that we've had outside of the Avengers films, they're all intro films. Mm-hmm. All, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. Those were Captain Marvel. All those are all introducing these characters and they were all build-ups for these big Avenger films where everyone comes together. So it's like
comes together,
and everyone's still kind of trying to ride the high of Endgame.
Yeah, but this one wasn't. This one didn't feel like. This one kind of barely referenced it at all in the movie. It was kind of like
it was
boom boom.
It was a side conversation.
It was like a couple sentences
in the beginning
that reference what happened. Because, I don't know, you have to watch. You won't understand it unless you watch it. Because basically, nothing that happened during any of the main Marvel films affected the Eternals. Like, their entire journey and the reason why they exist is completely, separate from everything. They can't interfere for... It's a big, complicated situation. It's perfectly explained in the movie. The way they, drag it out and kind of fully wrap it, and even they didn't know why they existed until one of them was fully told. It was very interesting in that perspective. I was like, oh wow, okay, it makes sense. It's weird. But I liked it. Other than now I'm not defending it. It's a good movie.
Right.
we went straight into defending it.
And especially because like they introduced a new villain basically.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it a lot because I was very worried with, how much higher can you get after Thanos?
I know, and they went high.
And they're, Marvel, they're like with, especially with Eternals.
It's
with
their
Eternals
their
and
villain
Loki.
is moralistic corruption. That's literally moralistic corruption of the space-time continuum.
Yeah.
That is spoiler alert. Fuck it, we're spoiling it. Fuck it. If you don't want spoilers, turn away. Basically, it's just like the order of the Celestials, which are like the people that are in charge of like all the cosmic energy in the universe. And the way like their entire life process is, these Eternals are basically created to preserve that life of them and all that stuff. And the things they have to do on the planets that they're assigned to, I'm not going to spoil all of it. It's not nice. But they don't know it's not nice. They're told lies.
Right. They're deceived.
To proceed because they're given, they were given consciousness and all that because they were created. They were given consciousness and all that stuff, so they lied to them for them not to be like, huh, you know what I mean? Because they grow, they attach to life beings in every planet because they have to stay there for centuries, millennia. Yeah, they had to stay there because the Eternals were around. They arrived in like what, BCE?
Yeah, 5,000 BC.
Yeah, 5,000 BC, and then this movie takes place in 2021.
I mean, and it, quote unquote present day, because now it's all confusing with the whole Thanos snap.
So it was they were there forever. There forever, we're having the same haircuts. That was kind of they're very big flaws. But once again, that's why it reminded me of like early Marvel, because early Marvel had very big flaws like that.
Yeah, because it was they didn't. It was before Disney owed it.
Yeah,
and so it was very much
it gave it that very like before Disney vibe.
Yeah, and because Iron Man was that first movie, like the first legitimate, like high produced superhero film, like that no one's ever had before, and it just had so many like flaws, but they were kind of like these nice nuances.
Yeah, and also Angelina motherfucking Jolie.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. She only has like 12 lines. She's in the entire movie. Let's get that right. But she only has 12 lines.
She has
You just got to figure that out
yourself.
She
has a couple dialogue lines,
she has a monologue.
And that's it.
And then she says a few things here and there, but most of the time it's just
her kicking ass.
She's just stoic the entire time.
I mean,
I think there's a big reason why they go into it, but because her mind is always racing. She's thinking of multiple lives at once.
Yeah,
basically, because these Eternals live forever. They've lived for eternity. They were built since like the beginning of space-time continuum.
Right,
and they just keep on morphing. So it's very interesting. To me, I feel like this Eternal series is going to be Marvel's version of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because at the end, I'm spoiling it again. I'm going to spoil a little bit at the end. They reveal that there's a lot more Eternals. I mean, that's a point of them. There's a lot more Eternals.
There's a lot
different
of them.
shapes, different sizes.
All over
I feel
the
like
universe.
that's going to be their way of like when they meet other Eternals, they're going to introduce more celebrities because I don't want to spoil the ending. A big celebrity appears at the end who's also an Eternal that kind of reveals that he's going to be in the sequel.
Okay, that was going to be my question. Was he an Eternal?
Yeah, he was an Eternal.
Okay.
That's why he was able to like phase into their ship and all that shit. Just like nothing. He was an Eternal. And he was like, I can help you. Because he knew what the guy snatched the people at the end.
Right.
Mr. Big Red. If you've seen the film, you know what we're saying. Clifford, the Big Red Celestial. But I'm gonna put it in B. I think it was a B film. It was definitely above, Thor 2, Iron Man 3.
Okay, let's just get it clear, and well out of the way. Thor, The Dark World, and Iron Man 3 D. Plain and simply.
Okay, next we have Hawkeye. This new series is coming out. What do you think? I give it a C right now.
Yeah.
The only reason why is because they're doing this right now. They're doing the same thing that they're doing.
That they did
for
the Black Widow, which
where
was
it's supposed
really
to be
unfortunate.
It's supposed to be their spotlight thing, but it's just an origin story for the next phase of the Avengers series world of the next person.
Yeah.
Like this one is not even about Hawkeye.
It feels dirty.
It's about Kate Bishop. And so it's very obvious from like the first second of the first episode until the last second of the second episode we just watched.
Yeah.
It's about Kate Bishop. So
and exactly the same with Black Widow. It feels dirty because these two characters that have been since phase 1, and they've both been there since Black Widow since 2009 and Hawkeye since 2010 with the first Thor movie. And it's like they've always deserved something like this, like a self-titled piece. But yeah, like Black Widow was just to introduce her sister.
Yeah.
And this is just to introduce Kate Bishop. It was very, very obvious first episode. Like it feels like this is gonna be Hawkeye's goodbye.
Probably. I mean, I don't know. He has kids, so I don't think they're going to kill him off like that. But we'll see. Next, we have Black Widow. See, don't even want to talk about it. Don't even want to talk about it. You want to fight about it? Do you disagree?
I mean, honestly, I would.
Like, it's a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
Hawkeye and Black Widow are good. They're enjoyable. I just don't like the fact that they're both marketed as, like, these characters.
Yeah.
Solo projects, and it's just an introduction to a different character. It just feels dirty that Marvel did it like that.
The other problem with Black Widow is that just they should have come out with this in 2017.
Should have come out with this a long ass time ago.
They should have come out with this right when it was set, right after Civil War. That's exactly when it should have come out, and it would have done really well. I think it. Even if they did the exact same thing where they were introducing the sister, because then they could have easily just had Florence Pugh appear for a couple of times in these next
Florence Pugh
and the
Florence Pugh
Endgame films.
Florence Pugh. I never thought.
Let's be real. I never thought that the woman
movie that goes crazy in Midsommar was going to be the next Marvel superstar. I did not see that coming at all.
And she does such a great job.
When they said Florence Pugh was gonna be Black Widow, I was like, what? Oh, they're pulling in the good actors. Okay, next is What If. I only saw a couple episodes of that. So give me.
I loved it.
What is it?
What is
the rating?
B.
B.
Or no, A.
A.
I'd put it as an A.
Beef.
Just because it's a fun change of pace, and I mean, the unfortunate thing is that you have to have like seen
everything, basically.
Pretty much have seen everything to get everything.
And I have not, so that's why I have not watched it.
Yeah, because like
hear me, you Marvel fucking dorks.
Like the first
judging your films before I've seen every single one of them. You're so evil.
But yeah, like I really enjoyed it. It was cool because it was like an anthology kind of series. Where every episode, in the end, there was like a slight kind of like progressed story, but it was
okay. I don't care. So Shang-Chi,
yeah, it was good. Go watch it. So Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi,
I loved it. A.
You loved it? I loved it too. It's so good.
I really enjoyed.
I did
that
not
movie.
expect to be as good as it was.
Like,
it is really good.
Like I can easily watch that movie again a couple more times.
I can watch it a few times. It's y'all need to watch it. I don't know if y'all have not seen it.
Like it's just.
I know COVID got us not seeing movies and shit, but this one on Disney
Like,
Plus now. You can even go to fucking torrent the bitch. I don't fucking shit. Watch it.
Watch it. I mean,
It's
our
good.
girl Aquafina stole the movie, stole the show.
No, I don't think she really stole it. She was there. She was good. But I think the main man.
He was really fun too.
He carried it. He carried it.
I really enjoyed their energy with each other.
Mm-hmm. And the villain of it, the elaborate story of it, it was so good.
Yeah, it was
so interesting.
It was all because leading up to it all, it was just like
7 rings.
Like what?
8 rings? 7 rings? How many rings?
10.
7, 10. Oh fuck! You heard me, Marvel dorks. Marvel dweebs. I said something incorrectly. I see
Attack
you
him in the
your
comments.
fingers in the comments.
Get
telling
him.
me off.
Get him.
But guess what? I won't see it because it'll be held for review. Type away. Okay. So, A.
Yeah, I put an A. Okay, well let's think. What movie do you consider S?
The first Doctor Strange. We'll get to it. We'll get to them. Okay. Damn. What are you gonna ask? I mean,
Oh,
there's a few. There's a couple.
there's a couple. Yeah.
Iron Man.
I mean, truly S.
Yeah, I was like, that's
It deserves
that's
S.
daddy.
Yeah.
That's the daddy.
That's the daddy.
That's the one.
And
The success of that one literally caused everything else.
we wouldn't have everything if we didn't have Iron Man. So
Enough said.
absolutely, Loki.
I say S.
Yeah, I would put Loki in S. It was great.
Like, I can have a good debate between Loki and WandaVision and which one was the best series, because
Oh,
Loki kind
true.
of
Honestly,
nudged forward.
Run for his money.
Loki really, yeah. It's a good. You guys, if y'all haven't seen it, go see it.
I think they did a good job by doing WandaVision first before Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Because Loki has that. I think they did it right. That the Falcon and the Winter Soldier didn't do correctly, where it's
Yeah, you want to talk about Falcon Winter Soldier is next. I was about to say that. I was like, get ready.
D.
Falcon Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's a D.
Let's put that in
D.
Because
That's a D. I'm sorry.
Because to get back with and it's to talk about Loki and all with the whole series, like Loki felt like they filmed a long movie and they put it into different episodes, just cut it up into episodes. Mm-hmm. But it was really enjoyable.
It was yeah.
But that was also the flaw of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was that it felt like
Soldier was just boring.
It was slow.
I was not paying attention.
It was boring.
I had to
I
rewatch
tried to-
episodes over and over again, be like, I
tried
keep
to-
on losing my attention.
My attention just goes. I tried to watch it again, and I was like, yeah, I still have no idea who the enemy is.
Literally, it's so weird.
I could not tell you a thing about that series. I know I watched it, and now the Falcon is now Captain America.
Yes, that's all I wanted to see.
The only
It just got prolonged. It just went on forever.
Bucky was the only thing that had somewhat of a good story, because it was him. It was all about him trying to redeem his past mistakes as being the Winter Soldier.
Messy.
This episode is sponsored by Raycon. By now, you've probably seen about 1,000 gift guides for the holiday season. Gifts for moms, gift for guys, gift for your neighbors, cousins, dog. You could study all those gifts guides and shop at 10 different places. Or you can start your shopping at Raycon and get a gift everyone will use. Raycon wireless earbuds. You guys know we talk about these every single month. Every single month, girl. We love them. We are very happy that they have have come back every month to sponsor us. You guys know I love music and I love bass, and Raycon gives me the bass that I love for the music that I love, girl. Raycons give you an amazing audio quality wherever you go. Whether you use them to pump up, wind down, to work or work out, they can be useful for anyone on your list. Even better for you, they start at half the price of other premium audio brands. With their latest model, you get 3 new sound profiles to make sure everything you're listening to sounds its best with just the right amount of bass. Pure mode for podcast listening, blues, instrumental, anything in that era. Balance mode for podcast listening, rock, heavy metal, and bass mode, my favorito, for hip hop, EDM, reggae, any of those just bass wanting needs, girl. Raycons are available in 5 stylish colors, so you can pick a perfect one for everyone on your list. With free shipping and returns, gifting is easier than ever. The holidays are coming up faster than you think. Now is the time to knock out that gift list and avoid the last minute shipping scramble, okay? You do not want to be in the last minute shipping scramble, especially because right now, my listeners will get 15% off site-wide with code HOLIDAY at buyraycon.com/MessyPod. Go to buyraycon.com/MessyPod, MESSYPOD, and use code HOLIDAY today to get 15% off your entire Raycon order. buyraycon.com/MessyPod. And thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring this episode. Now back to it.
Messy.
WandaVision.
S.
Yeah. With Loki. I say I loved it because it's such a different
It was such a change of pace.
project of Marvel to do. It was such a change of pace. It was such a different type of thing they've ever. I was very caught off guard when I started watching. I was like, oh. It's like, is it always going to be like this at first? And then when you realize it's not going to, it's changing every episode. You're like, oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And I think it paid off really well to have that be the first series, the weekly episode series that they did on Disney Plus, because it was like you first watch it and you're like, okay, like when I first heard that they were coming out with a series on Disney Plus of Marvel, I was like, okay, I'm not so sure. And like WandaVision, I was like, yeah, because prior to the series, in the movies, we don't have much to go off of with their relationship and their story. It's just it's very seaside story, not even a B-side.
Avengers.
Oh,
the first one.
Yeah,
I say B, A, B,
A. I put A. Just because
I've seen it so many times. I think that's the reason why I've seen it so many times that it's lost this luster for me. But it's a good movie.
I would. On one hand, I would put S just because it's the first Avengers movie, and it was, it was such a big moment.
It was exciting.
It was really super exciting. I still remember going to see it and the midnight release. 3 times
in theaters.
But also, this was in 2012, almost 10 years ago. And it's like we've seen it so many times, and so it definitely has kind of lost its luster, like you said. But it's still a classic.
Thor Ragnarok.
S.
Absolutely
S.
That one's really good.
It saved Thor.
It's
Thor.
Such a good movie. I loved it. Thor. Guess what, you fucking Marvel dumbasses? I've never seen this film. Thor? Who's that?
You don't know Jane Foster.
Natalie Portman? Who? But I've never seen Thor. I've never seen the original Thor.
C. I know. I was mad with it when it first came out too.
Yeah, I was interested in seeing Thor.
I saw it, and afterwards I was like, yeah, it was good, but it was it was good because it was their first time introducing magic in the films, because all we had prior was just Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. Unfortunately, Iron Man 2.
So you said C?
C.
Okay, and then Thor 2. Guess what, you fucking Marvel idiots? I have never seen this one either.
What, you fucking bully?
But I am told it's terrible.
It is terrible. Why are you acting so diabolical? You're like,
I feel like whenever whenever you're like with a super Marvel fan, and you tell me I haven't seen you've seen a lot of the films, but like the certain ones you haven't seen, I was like, what? You haven't seen this one?
What
I'm
do you
like,
mean
no.
you haven't seen
I haven't
Thor?
seen Thor. I've only seen the third one
Ah.
because it looked like Guardians of the Galaxy, and I liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, everyone knows that's the good thing with and bad thing with the Phase 1 Marvel movies is that it's all these stories that everyone already knows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what's so enjoyable about Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy. And there's these stories in the comics that we don't all necessarily know. But, like, yeah, you don't have to even know comics to know the story of Thor.
No, you know. Everyone knows that Thor is a god.
Yeah.
God
It's
thunder, lightning.
and pretty much the same with Iron Man. Everyone just knows Iron Man and and Spider-Man. So
Okay. Speaking of Captain America, the next one is Captain America. Guess what? You motherfucking Marvel.
Wait. Can I guess? Can I guess? Can I guess?
What?
I want to say you have seen this film.
No, I have not.
What? Oh my god! You mean you haven't seen Captain America?
Haven't seen the first,
The
Captain
first
America.
Avenger?
Why the fuck would I watch a movie about America?
Woo! I mean, we can go there.
But no, I've never seen the first Captain America. So what do you rate it?
B.
B?
Yeah. You know, like, it's good. It's fun. That was the one where they first introduced an Infinity Stone.
Mm-hmm.
That was the start of it.
I know that exactly. Spider-Man Homecoming. These posters are so small on my screen.
God. That's the first of the Spider-Man movie?
Is it? Yes. Yeah, it's Homecoming then Far From Home.
Far From Home. Okay, right. Okay, Homecoming. You know, I've only seen it once. And I would put it also at B.
B?
Yeah.
I've seen it twice. It was good. It was cute. It's a
Yeah.
nice movie to see in theaters specifically.
Yeah, I enjoyed it in theaters.
But after that, it's like, whatever.
Right. And because that's also the other thing. Like, everyone knows the story of Spider-Man, but that was also the good
it's been
thing.
said over and over again. But this one was the first time where Spider-Man was actually like young rather than like in their 20s.
And what I also really enjoyed was that it wasn't an introduction film. It wasn't like him getting the powers. He was already Spider-Man.
He was already Spider-Man. Yeah, they didn't do an origin. They
It was
skipped
just
that.
It was just a story of him as Spider-Man.
Okay, Black Panther A.
Definitely A.
Rest in peace, King. Iron Man 3.
D.
D. C. I mean, I like Iron Man. Has a
no,
close thing to
C.
my heart.
C.
I wouldn't say it was D. Well, yeah, C. Well, actually, I bumped one over.
I like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Civil War.
Ooh, A.
A. Yeah, I say A.
It's one of those pivotal movies
Mm-hmm.
in the universe where, because we've built up all these heroes just building up this huge, bigger and bigger team and working together, and then suddenly, oh shit, well,
Yep.
maybe we're not working together.
Two sides, two opinions clashing. Iron Man 2.
C.
C. Yeah.
It's fun because it introduces Black Widow,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, just I could just watch hours upon hours of Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow just in scenes together.
This is Spider-Man Far From Home, but it's like not in English. I think that's Spanish.
What?
Oh my God, let me zoom in on this. What does that say? Homem Aranaha
Long de Casa?
Long de Casa.
I love it. I fit.
A, B, C. De
Wait, which movie is it?
Far From Home, the second one. Spider-Man Far From Home.
B.
B? B, yeah, you're right.
I would put B. You know, it was like it's just a good Spider-Man story. I will say my flaw was Mephisto just turning out to be just some like actor con dude.
That wasn't Mephisto, was it?
That he said he was going by Mephisto.
Oh yeah, true. Whatever, because I was
But-
sure about that.
Like we said, because now there's the whole introduction into the multiverse.
Might get the actual version of Mephisto
actual-
that everyone is
The
like
actual Mephisto,
hoping is the main villain of
that
this
is-
entire situation.
the actual Mephisto who is fucking terrifying. not to be fucked with.
Ant-Man, guess what? You motherfucking Marvel uglies. I have never seen this one either.
You might as well be telling them DC is better than Marvel at this point.
Never.
I put Ant-Man at
Never.
A.
Warner Brothers does that series dirty.
They do them so dirty.
You say what?
A.
A? Okay.
I mean, I love Paul Rudd. He is a blessing.
I want Paul Rudd to love on me, but yeah.
He is a blessing to the Marvel movies, and they need to do more with him. I loved the second Ant-Man too. Like he's just so great. He's hilarious.
Okay. Hulk.
I
mean, is that? I mean,
I
okay,
never
yeah.
saw. That's the one.
I saw it once
I never seen
on
it.
like a bootleg. This one came out before Iron Man.
Should we watch?
Basically, right?
They came out in the same year,
Oh yeah.
but
But yes, I was on bootleg. I'm gonna say C, but it might be D because I remember it was just like not good, and that's why no one talks about it.
yeah. And it's not even Mark
It was like a
Ruffalo.
major flop. Yeah, and it wasn't even Mark Ruffalo. I'm gonna say D. I'm putting in D. Fuck it. Fuck y'all.
I don't think anyone's gonna complain about that.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Should we? Ooh, okay. Volume 2, C.
See?
Yeah,
The Volume 2, that was one when he found out he was part,
with Kurt Russell.
and he was also half like whatever god.
I think it was also was
that Celestial?
he?
Wait,
What?
if that was supposed to be what a Celestial looked like, then why they changed their mind? Wait. I don't think that was a Celestial.
What did they? Because he went by Ego. What was he supposed to be?
Maybe he was a Celestial and that was just like his human form. Because in Eternals, they make the Celestials look like someone else. They make the Celestials look like someone else. Those Celestials are some ugly looking things. Ugly looking Power Ranger looking demons. With like 12 eyes. I was like, what the fuck are these? And they were like, when they were showing them like spinning and creating energy, I was like, the fuck is happening?
Ego is reimagined as a Celestial and Peter Quill's father.
So maybe that was just supposed to be his human form.
So, which makes me think,
So Peter Quill's mom got it on with a
well, because
17 Earth-size being that just made himself look like a human.
I have so many questions. So, like,
Man, it was bigger than the sun. No, they're bigger than the sun because they create the suns.
right?
They're bigger than anything.
No, they create the like galaxies.
They create the galaxies. They're bigger than galaxies.
Because in
They're
the movie,
17 galaxies long.
in the movie when they pulled him out of the planet was tiny in comparison to just his head.
So they just like grow, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
So-
it was just his hand or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and So maybe like it was just Ego's just like a different type of Celestial.
Oh no, whatever. Marvel, y'all discrepancies.
You guys figure that out. It's movies.
see?
There's multiple discrepancies in these films.
So C.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1. B or A?
A.
A. I say A.
I mean, truly, Bradley Cooper, stellar job.
Bradley Cooper is the entire movie.
Bradley Cooper and
I
Zoe Saldana.
didn't even know it was him until the end at the credits. I was like, that was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. First of all, major props to that multifaceted man as of an actor.
Some good.
He can sing. He can
characterization for
he can voice act really well.
For him.
Unlike, and then there's fucking Vin Diesel as Groot. The most, like, an absolute, it just feels, look, it's cool.
Vehicle identification number.
You get to
diesel
have,
gas.
You get to have a big celebrity name on your poster, but like, what a fucking waste of money.
No, but that's hilarious that they did that. And it's hilarious that he was like, okay, for the check.
I would have too.
I am Groot.
You're gonna pay me. I mean,
Groot.
it's like
We
are Groot. That cost an extra $10 million for him to say that.
Right there. Every new word. Avengers Endgame.
S. I mean, honestly, just with growing up watching all these movies, as they've come out, like,
it was a great.
I'll always remember going to see the first Avengers in the theaters, and to think that I was just like, and to think that they would still be doing all that stuff 7-8 years later.
I know.
To now,
it was such a weird journey to be like sitting there in that theater, being like, "This was 10 years," and they've reached the point that they like it. It is the most ambitious thing I say any franchise has ever done in the history of cinema. That moment, sitting there watching, like you're watching cinema history.
We watch literal
like 10 years in
cinema
the fucking making to this ending.
Yeah. And it was
and now they're keep on going now. They're saying, why not? Let's keep the ball rolling.
Like we're on Endgame. Let's talk about Endgame. Like one of the best moments, truly, at the very end, when Captain America finally wields Mjolnir, and it's because I just remember that moment with like it going up and like going away from Thor and everyone realizing just yes, it's going to, and just just that turnaround, and just people applauded in the movie theater.
Oh my god!
People, yes, and it was just such this hype, crazy moment. And then that after all these years, when everyone came back and he finally said, "Avengers assemble."
Yeah.
I nutted.
Okay, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Ooh,
I have seen this one.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh wait,
but after Civil War. Did it come on after Civil?
It's before Civil War.
It was before Civil War, but I saw it after.
I will just to make a quick.
No, this is the one where they introduced Wanda, right? Or is that Civil War? No, it's Winter Soldier. They introduced that's Hydra.
It's the end credit scene. Because
that's when they find out with Hydra and
the
they introduced Wanda
scene.
and all that stuff, right? No, is she in Civil War? She's in Civil War.
Yeah, she's in Civil War, but she's already been introduced by that time.
And Winter Soldier, that's when they introduced her brother, right?
They introduced her at the end credits scene in Winter Soldier.
When does she get her brother killed?
In Avengers: Age of Ultron.
That's Age of Ultron. Okay, I forgot that was an Avengers film. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what letter? I don't remember this movie. Apparently, I don't remember this movie at all, but I remember seeing it.
That's when Bucky came back.
Yeah, no, Bucky. I remember when he sees Bucky, he's like, "Oh, Bucky." But I don't remember how it ends.
They also introduced Falcon.
Yes. Okay. What letter?
I'd put B.
B? Okay, because I do not know. I do not know, sis. I do not know. Captain Marvel.
C.
C? Ooh. Ooh, you want to fight? You fucking misogynistic asshole. Yeah, I'll say a C. It's not. It's okay.
Like, I don't know. There's something about it. It just.
But the thing is, it's just like altogether, it's just like because it's Captain Marvel's entire character is so, like she's a part of the Avengers, but she's also removed from the Avengers because she's so busy.
Yeah,
that's the thing, and so it's kind of like how can you paint that well, especially where people are in so anticipation for like the finale of Endgame and how it came out, and she's like her story is so kind of separated, but like the certain sections of the story is important to the final because she does that big thing at the end that saves them all because she comes in late because she was busy.
Problem. That's my problem. That is my problem with her. She feels like a MacGuffin in the film.
She's like that.
Because
she's the black horse. She's the one that just will come in and save everything when they're all backed in a corner. Now I'm not busy. It's like
she's here and now the shit.
Yeah, it feels like a cheap. It's like a cheap writing, like skip forward a tense moment. That's her entire. That's what she is in the comics. That's the problem, as I've heard, and that's her. It's just so weird. It's like, we get it. You're so powerful. Why don't you stick around for like 2 seconds? Have a glass of wine. Damn. Okay, now we have Age of Ultron. A? B? I just like Wanda. I didn't really care about Wanda until WandaVision, but now that I've seen WandaVision, I'm like, oh, I love her. Anything she's in, I love it.
Right. So I will say,
Queen.
Like my rating of Age of Ultron went on a journey. So like when I first saw it, I think at the time I was like D.
Yeah.
My gosh. But even then, over time, it kind of grew into like a C.
Yeah, say C.
And especially now after WandaVision and going back and seeing,
it's like going
seeing
back,
both
like,
Wanda and Vision being introduced. And
cinema.
Right.
Now you see their love story go to fruition. You're like, this is where it starts. But beforehand, you're kind of like, it's just another film, you know? And
right.
That's the thing.
And I also was very disappointed that
aged
they just
like wine. I'm gonna give it a B. It aged like wine. Age of Ultron ages like wine.
I was also very disappointed that that they just killed off Quicksilver like that.
Yeah.
I was just like, because I feel like he would have been a really fun addition. Also, just the actor for him, like, would have been such a great actor just to keep around in the films.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Doctor Strange. We're almost done. Doctor Strange.
That's ooh.
I give it an A.
I was gonna say A.
It's a
film. Really fun film.
Like I mean, I walked in it not expecting much because you know what I mean. When they're introducing a new character, especially so late into the series, when they're introducing a new character, you're kind of like whatever. But when you go in, it's because it was like the first trippy as fuck. Marvel
oh my god,
film.
The visuals!
It's so trippy. It's such a trippy.
That is
movie.
one of the greatest. That is one of the best things of that film.
Because if you haven't seen it, they literally just
visuals.
Their entire thing is about bending reality and the universe, and so everything becomes like a kaleidoscope, basically, for like the majority of the film. It is so trippy.
It's so cool though. And Tilda Swinton.
And Tilda Swinton and playing an Asian man. The Scarlett Johansson of Marvel.
Was she playing an Asian man?
Yeah, I mean the original character is an Asian man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that. And that's the situation. Yeah, it was. I think the movie
Marvel's own Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I think the movie was boycotted for a bit on stuff. But Tilda, I mean, she did great in that role. But you know, it's supposed to be an Asian man.
If we just
Asian representation, especially in Marvel at that time, was non-existent, and so
that was another thing. That was another thing. One thing I did kind of not like with Eternals was how they killed off the one Asian.
The one
guy.
Asian character. I mean, there was the Asian one was the main character. You know, they made one the main character that had to kill the other one.
I know. I was just like, okay,
That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood. They ain't.
They kill out the Asian man and the Hispanic
Their wokeness
woman.
is a front. Hollywood's wokeness is a front. Okay. Louis C.K. is fucking nominated for a Grammy.
It was like the
wokeness, the Me Too movement was bullshit. It was just a front for Hollywood to seem more woke than they actually are. They are not. Hollywood has not been that progressive. They lying.
Outside
to
of
us.
The Irishman, all the other Eternals were.
They give you the few treats, but then inside the treats, there's still those messages being like, nope. We still gotta let y'all know you can't have everything. Ant-Man and Wasp.
A.
Guess what?
Just both.
Motherfucker.
You put Paul Rudd in it. It's an A.
Guess what, you motherfucking Marvel pansies.
That's right, bitches.
Have never seen this one either.
You fucking pansy.
That is right. I have never seen a single Ant-Man film. Paul Rudd?
You
Who's
like
that?
Yeah, you like Paul Rudd? Well, fuck
Who's
you.
that? I've seen that man in the comedy films. Yes, he's done more than that. Oh.
Well, hey, maybe we'll watch Ant-Man tonight.
No.
Oh, come on.
It is late and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. Oh my god.
All we had was meat.
We
and
did
like some rice. We didn't have any carbs, so our stomach is like food.
so much meat.
So much meat.
Can we just talk about that for a second?
We
went to a Korean barbecue.
KBBQ.
My first time.
His first time.
I loved it. I had a great time.
You got to actually grill. I'm glad you took over because
first of all, that was
in Los Angeles. It's weird because it can be bougie, and there's some Korean barbecue places where the waiters will cook for you at the table, like some Benihana shit. But like I like the Korean barbecues where you cook for yourself because it's fun.
And we definitely needed to take over because first of all, this guy was so aggressive.
He was so aggressive with the meat,
and
it wasn't
just
like
crazy. It wasn't like he was standing there and doing it and cooking it. He was a waiter. It was like he came by the table to like fill the water, and then
he was like doing it so fast,
and then walked off, and then he'd come back like maybe 5 minutes later, dude.
There was like two waiters. It was two guys doing it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was two different. We weren't really paying attention because they had masks on. We didn't really know.
Right.
They
were wearing masks and they were all wearing
They were both
same
flipping the meat the
suit.
same way. That's why we were both.
Everyone was wearing all like
they wear
button-up
the same
shirts
thing.
and slacks.
And they were both. And they all wear the same mask too. Like it's all uniform.
And then like the pair of scissors, like cutting the meat.
Scissors. That's why we had two pairs of scissors because the other guy came back with other scissors.
Oh,
and left them
really?
there too. So we just had two scissors.
I was curious why there was two.
Interesting. It was a higher rated KKB. I mean, the meat was great. It was great meat.
But we had to take over.
Fucking expensive. Expensive as shit. It's a $400 meal for 4 people. Jesus Christ.
That is a maybe once a year excursion.
But goddamn, that meat, that was the best meat I ever had at a Korean barbecue in my entire life. That meat was so fucking.
First of all,
there's a reason why that shit costs a lot. That meat was fucking prime.
That was fantastic. I'm not a big fan of red meat to begin with, generally. Outside, unless it's like exactly what we had tonight, where it was just it was tender, it was juicy, and like just so tasty. But yeah, that was our little food excursion side story. Yes. And on to the
and an Ant-Man and Wasp is you said A?
I said A.
Okay.
I love Paul Rudd. He's such a joy, and like just brings such a nice like comedic field. Different
comedic spice.
Different kind of comedic spice to the films outside of the Thor humor.
And last but not least, we have Avengers Infinity War. S. 110%. That one set it up. That one was the big watching them all die like that. Jesus.
Truly. That alone.
I did not expect that. I was caught off guard. They
fucked everyone up with that.
That's like the first time where people like purposely didn't spoil the film for a good portion of like when it was in theaters. Like everyone teamed together on the internet being like, we can't spoil the ending because it was like I did not expect him to win. That caught me off guard. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. What? And then they said 5 years later. In the
Yeah.
next movie. I was like, holy shit. So they just let him win.
Like, he really fucking
and
won.
they literally just thought it was over. Jesus. Okay. Well, that's that. That is our tier list, guys.
Which that's crazy, too, because when you think about with all the other movies prior to that, how much has happened in those movies in the 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
A shit ton happened. And then all this. So then literally 5 years to them just, okay, well.
Kind of just floating around, not knowing how to find the answer for it. Being
right.
Like, he did it. We don't know what to do. It was insane. It wasn't until someone came back from the... What happened? It was Ant-Man or someone came back.
And a rat. Thank you, rat. They all came back because of a rat.
Came back. It's so interesting.
It was so crazy too because it's the first movie of all these Marvel movies because it was, leading all the other movies in the past. It's pretty truly when you think about it, it's pretty predictable if and when a character is gonna die, and you can kind of tell they're just getting close to death. They're not actually gonna die. But then Infinity War, right off the bat, Loki dead.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
oh, and that's when you know this is the end.
It was truly just like
this is the end.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yes, yeah.
And then just that end where it was like truly just like you have no idea who's about to just disappear,
die. And then also at Endgame when Black Widow jumps off the cliff.
Yeah,
you're like, shit, that's the end. Damn, that's it. Lights out.
Bye.
But yeah, that's our tier list, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to post it on Instagram and Twitter and also on our Patreon. I'm going to post this everywhere. This one's not going to be a Patreon exclusive like Mike did our cereal one. But yeah, if you guys want to see it, just check it out at MessyPod. MessyPod.
Tell us your opinions. Is your tier list the same?
What do you think we got wrong? What do you think we got right? Did we rate something too high? Did we rate something way too low for you? Tell us, girls. Let's kiki. But also, you can email us anywhere. Anywhere. You can email us at MessyPod@gmail.com. Your hookup times, you get your Johnny, what the fuck Florida's. Hopefully, I will do an episode with Mike via Skype soon. We'll figure that out. I don't know what's happening. You can find me anywhere if you search Mac Does It. That is CABIN. And you do not have to follow him anywhere. Leave him alone.
You can find me if you dive deep enough in Mac stuff.
Exactly. And shout out to the person in front of my face right now who got the word of last week, which was fucking forgot. I think it was Grey Goose. And that's it. You have just been douche. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all.
Hello, goodbye. Thank you for having me.
Hello, goodbye. We're wine tipsy. I'm sorry if you didn't notice. Bye.
I was about to sing the Beatles, and I was completely blanked on how that song even goes. I was like, what are you saying? What?